Tucks it and keeps it. Quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. I don't think you got it, sir.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's Trayvon Diggs making a big play there for the defense.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go for the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On play action, Prescott. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Johnson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. The final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time Gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the score.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers, he's going to loft this one deep left sideline.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's fielded at the 34. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison.
And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down.
It completes it once more to Anderson.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. To throw again on second down. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And Rodgers intercepted a third. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A first look now for Darrington Evans. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They try the left side with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Anderson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Fields.
And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, a run with Evans.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
This is caught. It's Greg Olsen.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
They'll run on first down with Evans.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now a handoff coming left, Evans.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Darrington Evans, 22 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Up the middle, Johnson.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. How about Brian Urlacher? We've seen this before. He comes up to Belton for the loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The Fridge, William Perry. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Porter. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Out of the gun, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On first down, it's Fields. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a first down throw, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. To throw is Fields. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On first and 10, here's Fields. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Fields throwing again. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead. Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play. On first down, Fields. For Marshall, that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Throwing again on second down. Fields. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
They snap it to Fields. Locates Mooney on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Play action. It's Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defensives. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hester. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields drops it underneath to Forte. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A give up the middle to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. And it's caught by Olsen. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play. Evans will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. But having a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He's going to air one out for Anderson.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Again, it's Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott off play action. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Henry running right. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
I know coaches always tell us that they make decisions about these types of plays, this type of a fake, earlier in the week to take the emotion out of the deal. I don't know that that was really true here. This one felt like all of a sudden, hey, I have a feeling about let's go ahead and get it, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, I know one thing. They wish they had it back.
Yeah, they certainly do, but the buck stops with the head coach on that one. He has to greenlight that attempt.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Henry up the middle. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Play action now. Prescott on the move to his left.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
We're scoreless after one. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got the Hall of Famer, Harold Carmichael. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down throw for Prescott. Steps away. Open man, it's Jason Witten. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. From the red zone now, Prescott flushed out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
On play action, Prescott sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Night Train Lane.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. inside handoff. Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Flush to his right. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They begin with Henry.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully competent right now. To me, it's...
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Prescott looks to throw on first. The Sanders has got it complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
A tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
And now you've given good field position here to start the 3rd quarter.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again to Henry.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They're going to give this one to Gronkowski. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Rob Gronkowski taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? I wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They'll try and run for it with Emmett. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Oh, he fakes a spike. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack. Set for football now on a sunny afternoon in the second city. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Griffin. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They hand this one to Gronk. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Rob Gronkowski punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Rolling to his right. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They go play action. Griffin. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Touchdown, Washington. Chris Johnson from 19 yards away. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. Rolling to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. They go play action with Griffin. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And can you believe this? It's recovered in the end zone by the defense. So after all that, it's not a touchdown. It's a turnover. And the ball's going to come out to the 20. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an...
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 2 times, 3 up.
Another try after the first down sack. Griffin under pressure, and they got to him again. John Randall. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with...
They figure out something really fast.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown, CD.
And so many people talk about how you have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL. I don't totally subscribe to that, partner. I think that you have to remember what you did and figure out how to not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid those errors and get some momentum built back up for your offense.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They run. It's Johnson. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. A first down carry here for Johnson. Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side. And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Griffin going to give to Johnson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long. I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They snap it at 1. Now it's Griffin. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, Griffin. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now Griffin on first down. Dancing away at the 30. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football. And it'll bring up third down. Here's Griffin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 41.
Now a handoff to Henry. Room here to run. Skirts by him at the 35. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 28. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway from the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On first down, Rodgers. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even